Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining and taking the time. As we always say every single week, we want to make sure every minute spent with us, right? You walk away with these nuggets that you can use in your everyday practice to make more sales, open new doors, right? And tell the life and or annuity story. So important. Make sure you're jotting down notes. We want to hear from you. Okay. We also have that Q&A pane that's part of the GoToWebinar software that you can minimize or expand. So as we are going through the slides, you're going to hear from three of us today. Make sure we want feedback, questions, comments, good, bad, and different. It's so important because at the end of the day, we create these around our agents. Okay, so please feel free, jump in. We don't take anything personal. Constructive criticism is always welcomed here. But so important. I want everyone to type away as we go. Any questions that we don't answer right away, we will answer as soon as we wrap up, which will be right before 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so I'm going to shift gears for a second. Here we are today, and also before I shift gears for a second, I want all of you to know and understand we have over 23,000 agents in just about every city in the U.S. And it's very important for us to kind of portray to our agents, to our field force that yes, okay, we've been heavily marketing and invested on the life side since 1972, okay, for over 50 years. The annuity side is about 9 years old for us, okay, today. And lately, especially the last probably 2-3 months, you're seeing more and more trainings, more classes. In fact, we have a 101 training class coming up at the end of the month. More annuity products, carriers, right? We have more staff, right? All geared to help our agents know enough to be dangerous. So as soon as you have a guy, you have a girl, that you think could be interested, if you've never sold an annuity before, no problem. Okay, we have 3 people here with over 60 years combined experience that are here to hold your hand. Okay, we do everything except talk to your client. That's where you come in. But I want you to know that we are focused on building the annuity side, just like the life side. In fact, over the last year, we're up by about 20-30% on the annuity side alone. So big numbers. And that's why you're seeing a lot more trainings and webinars geared towards you selling annuities. Very important stuff that I just wanted to put out there before we jumped in. Now we can switch gears again. So real fast, our featured carrier is SILAC. Okay, and they are a huge part of our portfolio. They are one of our core companies when it comes to FIA products. They are our go-to, literally. You're going to notice I have a slide that's coming up that we have over 30 annuity carriers, over 90 carriers total, okay? But there's only a handful of core companies that are our go-tos. The reason why? Relationships, interest rates, okay? Servicing is very important for us. So that's why SILAC made the core carrier list, and that's why Bo is on with us today. He's our featured speaker. So that's very important for you all to know, for us to know here in-house. I also want to jump in, and what I want to talk about quickly is the industry, right? The time of the year. So we're going into actually in Q3, right? Just over halfway through the year, and the industry on the annuity side is booming, and it's no surprise, no secret. We know what's going on with the market and interest rates, and we know what's going on the annuity side. And there are articles and records being broken. They're coming out like every other week now, talking about indexed annuities and why this is such a great time, a great fit. MIGAs, these infamous MIGA wars going on right now, right? The proof in the pudding, and this is a LIMRA statistic. Let's look at the top right-hand corner. Indexed annuity sales drove a 12% increase in the second quarter, right? That's year over year from the prior year, from 2022 to 2023. And let's just look at that number real quick. Total sales, $88.6 billion per LIMRA, folks. So you can find this on the Google search engine. This isn't just something that we came up with because we wanted to make this webinar spicy today. No, these are facts from Insurance Newsnet, bottom left corner. Indexed annuity products power sales surge through Q2, set new records. In fact, it's funny, we were just talking about this in my office 20 minutes ago. We had our American National VP here this morning doing a face-to-face visit, brought some bagels and coffee, and we're talking about life and annuities. And he says, Bill, we want to be a major player on the life side and on the annuity side. And listen to this number. American National as a company last year, $1.6 billion total. Okay, listen to this number. They're at $2.6 billion total through June of this year. So they already surpassed their number from 2022 in a huge way. They're probably going to be up double from 22 to 23. And yes, they're a good company. They have good products, okay? But my point is, it's the state of the industry. That's what's going on right now. So my point, again, if you're focused on annuity sales, wonderful, you're in the right place. If you're focused on life and you want to learn more about annuities because you want to start talking to more and more clients and going back to your book of business, brilliant idea, because there's never been a better time period, and everyone is telling us this with facts, okay, with reports, with stats. There's no better time period. And I can't encourage you enough. Reach out to Ashley, Josh, RJ. They're here to help you, okay? Get comfortable. And for you veterans and pros out there on the annuity side, no problem. Between the three of them, we have some nuggets, we'll call them, okay, for you as well. Because we have a great team here that, in my opinion, is second to none. Let's keep moving forward here. So real fast, now, in order to be dangerous out there on both sides, right, life and annuity, you got to be very, very professional. You have to have a website. You have to have social media pages that reflect who you are as a business, as a person, right? Inside and out. It's so important. We have 5 different options. Some of these are just about free that will allow you to have a free website, a domain name, lead capture, articles, even opportunities where you can write your own blogs or articles about annuities and retirement planning and different riders and different linked benefit products. Whatever the case is, everything is here at your fingertips at the Levinson home office. So let's just focus real fast, right-hand side. And I saw this yesterday, and I told Andrew and our team, we got to share this. So real fast, did you know your website can play a key role throughout the entire sales process? Hello, it's 2023. Of course, we all know that. According to this recent study, 62% of consumers will look at your website before deciding to contact you. So think about that. When I was saying your website is your storefront and it must reflect who you are as a person, personal and business-wise, okay? Do you think that's important when over half of these consumers are going to check you out online before they're going to buy or pick up the phone or email, okay? 83% of consumers visit a company's website before making a purchase decision. So use our resources. Beth in our office can help you with this, with social media marketing, with your website, with everything, okay? So lean on Levinson's resources. Our staff, again, second to none, but you got to pick up the phone. You got to reach in, and they will help out. I promise you that. Okay, and then the last stat here, when potential customers visit your website, they're looking for proof that you're a credible and trustworthy provider of health, annuities, and life insurance. So again, the website is so important. I can't stress it enough, and we have all these options built in as a one-stop shop. Let's keep moving forward. So this is my last slide, and then I'm going to have Ashley take the wheel. But what I want to go over quickly is, and I mentioned this earlier a few times already, that we are focused on helping you open the door to more annuity sales, right? And if you're involved with annuities, great. If you're not and you're maybe writing your first case, whatever it is, This is a no-brainer, especially when it comes to life sales. Think about this. When you write an annuity application, there's no more waiting around weeks and, oh my gosh, I hope they don't order an APS for my client. Is there going to be a blood urine specimen and a portable nurse that comes out to visit them? Everything is done one, two, three, as long as suitability is correct. Okay, and we do the processing. Typically, these are approved within a week and you're paid within the following week. It's one, two, three. Commissions are great. All of our contracts are direct to the carriers. Okay, there's not 18 layers in between you and the company. So these are incredible. And then you become Superman or Superwoman by helping these consumers get the best products out there. So we know we have to train our 23,000 agents. So real fast, again, two events I'm going to point out here. Write this down. On September 20th, 8:45 a.m., Bo is coming back to do a full SILAC training live in South Florida, face to face, nose to nose, as you're enjoying a nice hot breakfast and coffee and OJ. Bottom right corner, we just put together this new webinar for you all, right? Because of agent demand and agent feedback. Remember when I said to minimize or maximize that Q&A, the question pane that's part of GoToWebinar? Well, your feedback, you told us, you said, Bill, Ashley, Josh, RJ, I want to learn from the bottom up when it comes to annuities. I need a 101 training class. We answered, okay? The end of this month, Wednesday, on the 30th, 3 p.m. Eastern, 60 minutes of 101 annuity training with just us. It's not carrier sponsored, okay? We're going to go through everything A to Z, and then we're going to have a part two that's going to be close behind August 30th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Write that down. Of course, it's free for Levinson active agents. Okay, my next slide here, Ashley, is going to take the wheel. Ash, you there?
Thanks, Bill. So first, I just want to go over an update on the summer's new annuity incentives. Right now, you can get a complimentary 5-day Royal Caribbean cruise for two on the Laurel of the Sea ship if you write $700,000 or more in FIA business before September 30th. We did start this effective in June. So if you've already written any FIA business, just let us know and we can make sure that you're registered to qualify for this. And next, I just want to go over our top MIGA products here. We do now have a 1-year MIGA that has a rate of 4.15, and then our highest 5-year rate has a yield of 5.35. So we do have many options as far as the highest MIGA rates. And after holding interest rates stable in June for the first time since March 2022, the Federal Reserve resumed its rate hiking campaign in July, raising its benchmark Fed funds rate by 1/4 point to its highest level since 2001 on Wednesday. The Fed funds target range is now 5.25 to 5.5. So following a flurry of economic data releases, the major U.S. market indices ended the week in a positive position. The S&P 500 gained over 1% for the third week in a row, while the NASDAQ gained over 2%. The Dow finished the day up over 60 basis points, increasing for the 13th day in a row before falling on Thursday. This was the index's longest daily winning run since 1987. So we're really at a good point right now with the fixed rate and the indexes, both on the MIGAs and the FAs right now. And next, I just want to go over some income products that we have. And I think Bill did mention we have over 30 annuity carriers, so we do have a lot of income options on the FIA side. So to help retirees meet their financial goals, retirement income from investments and Social Security benefits can be supplemented by lifelong payments from annuities. If your client is looking for ways to supplement their retirement income, now is the time to consider an FIA with an income rider. Annuity payout rates are at their highest since 2011, ranging anywhere from 6.5% to 7% or more. And also, so this is 3 of our top guaranteed income products right here. We have Sentinel Security, American Equity, and AIG on the right side. This is just using numbers for a 65-year-old client with $150,000, and if they wait 5 years to take their income, which is a lifetime income payout at age 70, these are the different types of payouts that they can get. So with Sentinel Security, they just revamped this product. It's on the left side of the screen there. If the client waits 5 years to take this income, they get a 15% bonus up front to their accumulation value and their income account value. It goes to both accounts, which a lot of income products don't do that. A lot of income products might only give the bonus to the income account value. And it's guaranteeing your client will earn 7.25% every year for up to 10 years. So this client is waiting 5 years, they're earning 7.25% every year for 5 years, plus that 15% bonus. And at age 70, they are getting 7.2% of their income account value, which is a pretty high payout factor as well. So that would bring their annual income payment to $17,624 per year every year for the rest of their life. So you can see by the time they get their 5-year payout, they've already made almost $89,000, over $88,000 in 5 years worth of payments. In the middle here, we have American Equity. This product is a little bit different. It offers 8.25% every year for the 5 years. Also, an additional 10% premium bonus. The client gets 7.25% of their income account value in year 5, bringing their payment to $16,897. This product actually has a well-being rider, which means that if the client needs to have home health care or nursing home, go in a nursing home, they can double that payment for up to 5 years to help them pay for those expenses for either home health care or nursing home. A lot of products just have the nursing home feature. This one actually does cover home health care as well. So this is a good product if you have clients that don't qualify for long-term care products. This would be a good option for that as well, because they don't have to go through any medical background check for annuities. So, and on the right side, AIG here, this is what their maximum income. So this one is 10% roll-up rate for 5 years. They get 8.5% of their account value. So that's going to bring them at $19,125. So those are just some of our top 3 income payout products right now. I know Bo's also going to go over some really cool features as well with SILAC products. And next, I just want to remind all of our agents that there are suitability training updates for a lot of states. So please ensure that if you live in a state where this is required, you have completed the updated training in order to write annuity business. States such as Georgia just implemented the new training 2 days ago. And Florida will require this training for the first time in January. So we have never required this training here in Florida. So it's imperative you get this done, because if you don't and you submit a piece of business, it will be automatically declined. You will have to go do the training and then go back to your client to get all of the paperwork redated and re-signed. And lastly, I just want to go over our agency automator. Any agents who already have this, please just remember this includes a free annuity landing page that you can promote via marketing email blast or on social media. This enables a customer to watch a video about the value of annuities and obtain a free copy of annuity brochures, which then generates a fresh lead for the agent. So if a customer looks at your annuity landing page and they request information, A brochure and an email with further instructions will go directly to the agent. And so then this would be a fresh lead for the agent at this point. So if you already have Agency Automator, you didn't know it included this feature, give us a call and we can go over how to make this go live on your website. And then I'm going to get it back over to Bill.
Good stuff, Ashley. Thank you, as always. So, and what's neat is as soon as we wrap up at the end, I'm going to share every single week. We have these agency automator trainings that include the life and annuity side. So you can jump on any Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday live open forum. So it's like a chat room. So I'll share that at the end, but definitely a great idea to get the word out and get your marketing out there through campaigns and calls and emails, all the above. Okay, so our wonderful staff, a combined 60 years of experience. We have Josh, bottom right corner. Ashley is in the center row there in the middle, and then RJ is bottom left. But again, they are here to hold your hand and make sure that you are comfortable, whether it's your first case or your 1,000th case this year. Okay, they are here to help in between everyone. We know just about everything there is to know, and if we don't know the answer, we know where to go to find the answer. So we have you covered is the point. Left-hand side, these are all of our top companies that we work directly with, which is very, very important for you to have peace of mind. You're not under 9 layers or 10 layers when it comes to commissions or servicing or questions or whatever it is. It's us and the carrier. Okay, so you need to know that, especially on the annuity side, and of course life as well. Again, the top companies, and you do hear from time to time about these one-off carriers or products, and they have a 22% interest rate, and it's a 2-year product, and a week later, the company's literally filed for bankruptcy. So all of our carriers are vetted, they're top-rated companies, okay, and they're there for a reason. So you need to know that, okay? We did our homework, and we made sure that every single carrier has a niche that some of the other carriers don't have. This way, when you call in, we have you covered 100%. Okay, we're going to do a question of the day at the end as soon as we wrap up. So you got to be paying attention during these slides, because the question that I ask, right, the answer is going to be in our presentation. And if you answer first and correct, we're going to announce your name and you win a free, and this is over $2,000 of value. You win a Stonewood software presentation system, a free seat for 1 year. Okay, so this allows you to put together these presentations, and it allows you to present indexed universal life, which also obviously ties in with FIAs. Okay, and it freaking is awesome. It explains IUL in layman's terms, basically creates the appointment and makes the sale for you once you get comfortable with the basics. So it's a free seat to our Stonewood system. Okay, without further ado, I want to introduce our featured speaker of the day. We have Bo joining us from SILAC, and he's going to jump into the latest and greatest. Bo, you there, buddy?
Yes, thank you, Bill. I appreciate it. Let me share my screen really quickly and get this pulled up for all of you. And all right, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can, Bo.
Perfect, okay, awesome. Let's get this started. Okay, my name is Bo Trudeau, and I am the internal wholesaler here at SILAC Insurance Company. I want to thank you all for taking time out of your busy Thursdays to join us on our newest webinar, or our webinar on our newest product, which is our newest addition to our Teton and Teton Bonus product line, and that is our Elevation and Elevation Plus optional riders. And so with that, let's get started. And so real quickly, I have a few very quick but important announcements here, and they are regarding state approvals. And so right away, with Teton Elevation and Elevation Plus, you'll notice Florida is now available. I know that's a big deal with a lot of you Levinson agents. Along with, we have DC, North Dakota, Rhode Island, South Carolina, and South Dakota now available as well. Denali is now also available in the state of Virginia. And with that, all sales and marketing materials, as well as illustration software, is available on our agent portal for your reference. And just a reminder that with Elevation, although it is a part of the Teton and Teton bonus product line, we are requiring additional product training. So please be sure to navigate to our agent portal and complete that product training to be sure you can write Teton Elevation and Elevation Plus. And so now again, why you all are here, we are going to go over our newest rider, which is the Elevation and Elevation Plus associated with the Teton and Teton bonus product line. And I'm sure many of you are familiar with our Teton and Teton bonus products, but with this Elevation rider, we're really going to level up your retirement. And this is also really going to give you a different perspective on how Teton and Teton bonus can be utilized. And so taking a look back at Teton, Teton is really our flagship FIA, as it is the first fixed indexed annuity we released back 4 years ago. And when we designed Teton, we really wanted to make sure that this product was extremely clean and simple to understand, but mainly highlighting that kick butt accumulation. And so we truly do believe that the Teton brought accumulation back to the fixed indexed annuity space. And so just a couple more highlights here. As June 5th was Teton's birthday, we've had over $5 billion in issued premium with Teton, with over 43,000 policyholders. That 43% interest credit is my favorite number on this slide, as that is the largest interest credit one of our clients have actually received. We've also paid out over 219 million plus in death benefits. And lastly, we are extremely proud to say that we have never lowered our option budget or any of our fixed rates in all of our renewal years. So with that, we're really keeping to our word, and we are truly maintaining our level option budget. And so as a sales team, we've been on the road and we've taken in a lot of feedback over the past year or so. And with that feedback, we got together with our product development team as well as our marketing team. And we kind of asked ourselves a question of, can we improve Teton? And it wasn't that Teton isn't a great product, because it is, and it has great liquidity, offers great rates, again, tagged with that kick butt accumulation power. But what if we wanted more out of Teton? And so to answer that question, we are going to level up retirement with those Elevation and Elevation Plus riders. And with these new additional optional riders, it really gives your client the option to tailor this product to their liquidity needs based on if they need Elevation or Elevation Plus. And as well as there are some fantastic benefits that you'll only find with these new riders. And so then we asked ourselves, when looking at our whole fixed index annuity portfolio together, how can we really differentiate Teton from Denali and Vega? And Elevation and Elevation Plus also answered that question, as now Teton is not only focused on accumulation, but it is laser focused on liquidity. And we did all of this with a little bit of a SILAC twist, as you'll see later in the presentation. And so quickly just going over our fixed index annuity lineup here, depending on your client's focus, accumulation and liquidity, Teton and Teton Elevation are the play for that. If your client is looking for accumulation plus a lifetime income benefit, Denali is the highlight, as we do offer a awesome no-fee income rider associated with that Denali product. And lastly, if your client's focus is retirement benefits, Vega is the answer. And just to highlight, Vega does include a 50% benefit bonus. And so again, I'm sure many of you are familiar, or at least somewhat familiar, with our Teton product, but we're going to go through a quick refresher here just to make sure everyone is up to speed. And so the basics of the Teton product, we have 7, 10, and 14-year term limits. And we also have the bonus chassis as well. Maximum issue age for the 7-year is 90, and on the 14-year is 80. The minimum premium for all of our annuity products is $10,000. But with that being said, on our FIA products, we do allow for additional premium in the first 12 months. Maximum premium we allow for is $1 million, but with that being said, we do issue and approve cases over $1 million on a regular basis. Those would just require home office approval beforehand. And so we won't be diving too much into our indexes on this presentation, as we would be here for quite some time. But just want to point out that we have a very diverse selection of crediting strategies available for you and your clients. And so quickly here, we're just going to take a look at the current interest rates for our Teton product. And I just want you to all keep in mind that when we begin looking at Elevation and Elevation Plus, these rates will remain the same. And again, with the Teton bonus line, same story here. When we start looking at Elevation and Elevation Plus, these rates will remain the same as well. Something I do want you all to take note of are those premium bonuses at the top. As you can see on the 7-year age banded 0 to 80, we have a 6% premium bonus on this Teton bonus 7. And on the 14-year, we have a 10% bonus. But again, take note of these because I'm going to show you later in the presentation how Elevation and Elevation Plus can make those bonuses look even better. And so with Teton and Teton bonus, we are RMD friendly across the board, so those are available immediately. Free withdrawals, we allow for 5% of the account value beginning in year 2. And with that, with Teton and Teton bonus, we have a unique feature where we have cumulative withdrawals. And so how this works is if your client does not need or does not use that 5% free withdrawal, that can then accumulate up to a 30% free withdrawal if those are not used. If one of those withdrawals are used at a given time, it does revert back to that 5%. Annuitization for our 7 and 10 year is 5 by 5, and our 14-year is 10 by 5. And with these, with the nursing home, home health care, and terminal illness riders, those are all available to the owner of the contract. And for wealth transfer, we allow for full account value available at death, as well as spousal continuation is available for all of our products. And so now, while you all are here, I'm very proud to introduce our newest addition to our product line, and that is Elevation and Elevation Plus. And so as you are familiar with this screen here, just Teton and Teton bonus, just showing you that information here really quick, but let's see what Elevation does to the Teton product. And so again, there's no additional premium bonus. RMDs are available immediately, but you'll notice right away, those free withdrawals jump from 5% to 10% of the account value in year 2. And I know I'm gonna raise some eyebrows with that, as I've been asked about that 10% free withdrawal for quite some time, and we finally have it. So I'm very, very excited about that, as well as moving to the cumulative withdrawals. Not only did we increase the free withdrawal, but now your cumulative withdrawal can get to up to 50% of the account value if those free withdrawals are not used. Moving on to our caregiver benefit, those are those home health care, nursing home riders. Those are still available to the owner of the contract, but we have now added a life event withdrawal rider. And so how this works is it is an additional one-time feature which will allow for an additional 10% free withdrawal even if a free withdrawal has been taken in that given year. And I'll get into a little bit more detail on that later in the presentation. But all of this is offered with Elevation for an annual spread of 50 basis points to the account value. And I'll get into this in a little more detail as well later in the presentation. But how this works is this spread comes out of positive interest credits. And so with that being said, we will never take your account value backwards. So if you receive an interest credit of 0 for a year, the spread will not be deducted. And again, I'll show you a little bit more how that works a little later in the presentation. And so now let's take a look at Elevation Plus, and you'll see right away that there is an additional premium bonus. And so this additional premium bonus of 3 to 5% is received even if the bonus chassis is not selected. RMDs, again, are available immediately. Those free withdrawals, 10%, cumulative withdrawals, 50% as well. But then taking a look at that caregiver benefit. Now, those home health care, terminal illness riders, those can be accessed by the owner or the owner's spouse of this contract. And I'll get into this also with a little bit more detail later in the presentation. But again, those are for those home health, nursing home, and terminal illness riders. And those are all available for just a 1% spread. This is not a fee, this is a spread. Again, we will never take your account value backwards. And so now let's take a look at Teton paired with Elevation Plus. And so again, this is not the bonus product. This is just the Elevation Plus rider. You'll notice right away you'll have those great premium bonuses associated, and you'll have fantastic fixed rates paired, as we have not changed any of those rates at all. And so now looking at Teton bonus paired with the Elevation Plus. Remember how I told you to take note of those premium bonuses earlier on. Now take a look at that premium bonus on the 7-year. 0 to 80 is now 9%, as well as the 14-year has now jumped up to 15% premium bonus. And so now we are really competing with some of our competitors out there who offer those very large bonus products. And also you'll notice that those rates have also not changed. We're not lowering caps, we're not lowering par rates. We're just offering this rider for a 1% spread, really keeping Teton to its roots as a true accumulation product. And so now here's a little bit more information on how this life event withdrawal works. It's pretty simple, but it is an amazing feature. And so it is, again, as I mentioned earlier, a 10% additional free withdrawal. And there's a 1-year waiting period to access this, but essentially this can be accessed due to an immediate financial need. And the key words here are an immediate financial need. And at SILAC, we really want to be able to help you plan for big unexpected life events. And we know that some of these unexpected life events create expenses that are potentially going to be higher than normal, and we really want to give you more flexibility. So whether you have a medical need, or you need a new roof, you're buying your first home, maybe you're paying for your son's college tuition, or going through an unexpected employment change, we want to be there for you. And so this life event withdrawal feature is an answer to combating those unexpected events. And so now moving forward to our caregiver benefit. And we believe this is the first of its kind in the annuity space. And so, typically with caregiver benefits, they only cover the policyholder, and that's fantastic. But we thought, what about their spouse? What if their spouse gets sick? Well, with the caregiver benefit on Elevation Plus, the legally married spouse to the owner of the policy can now access the account value for these benefits as long as qualifications are met. And again, it's a 1-year waiting period, but these benefits are the home health, nursing home, and terminal illness riders. And one huge point that I want to make is this benefit can be used with qualified money, as the spouse does not need to be listed on the application. And so now let's dive into how the annual spread works. And so with Elevation and Elevation Plus, these riders are available for a spread, not a fee. We will never take your account value backwards. And so how this works is the spread, the spread only applies during the withdrawal charge period. And so once this period is over, the spread also ends. So if you're in a 7, 10, or 14-year period, after that period ends, the spread will no longer apply. And here are a few examples of how this spread works. And we'll take a look at an interest credit of 5%. And as you can see, with the 5% interest credit on Elevation, we take that 50 basis points and we receive a 4.5% interest credit for that year. Elevation Plus, 5%, but a little bit higher of a spread of 1, and we then get 4% for an interest credit. Again, we will never take your account value backwards. So now we'll look at a small credit of just 25 bips. And so with it only being 25 bips on elevation, we will not take that 50 bips away from that. Instead, it'll just be 25 and your client will end up with a 0. Elevation plus, same story. We're not going to take that full 1%, only 25, and your client will then end up with a 0 as well. Same story here, pretty simple. 0% interest credit. 0 minus 0 is always going to be 0, and 0 is your hero here. So even with the spread on elevation and elevation plus, we will not take your account value backwards, even if your client earns a 0. And with the fixed credit, the fixed interest is credited daily, and so with that, the spread will reduce the fixed interest credit daily as well. And just a reminder, again, this spread only applies during the withdrawal charge period. And so that is the basics of the Teton and Teton bonus elevation and elevation plus riders. But with that, I just want to go over a few quick examples as well as a case study with you to really hone in on how elevation can be used. And so jumping into our first case study here, we are going to compare the standard Teton as well as the Teton bonus with the elevation plus rider attached to it. And so with what you're going to see here is that in the first year, you can use the bonus as well as the fixed interest credit to provide a fantastic interest credit for your client in just the first policy year. And so again, taking a look at the example here, you'll see on the Teton 10 in year 1, the standard version does not have that bonus, but still offers a 4.5% fixed rate. And so pretty simple math here, 4.5 minus 0, your client receives a 4.5% interest credit year 1. But let's spice things up a little bit and tie in elevation plus. And with elevation plus, you receive that 5% premium bonus even on a non-bonus chassis. And so pair that with a fixed rate. Once that spread is deducted in the first policy year, you can guarantee your client with just over an 8.5% interest credit. Moving on to Teton bonus 10 in year 1, it does offer that 8% bonus paired with that great fixed rate. In the first year, your client will get just over a 12% interest credit. But again, let's spice things up a little bit with elevation plus, and you'll see that premium bonus jumps to 13%. And then when you pair that with our fixed rate and take off the spread, when it's all said and done, in the first policy year, your client is receiving just over 16% for an interest credit. And so very similar case study example here, but this is for our Teton 14 and our Teton bonus 14. And I want to point your focus to that Teton bonus 14 in year 1. And you'll see that, again, there is that 10% bonus paired with that great fixed rate, giving you just over a 14% interest credit in the first year. But now with elevation plus, that bonus jumps to 15%. And when it's all said and done, your client is receiving just over 18% in the first policy year. And with that being said, I want to make sure that all of you know that all of our crediting strategies are 1-year options. And so it really gives you and your client the flexibility to change your allocation options each year. And so now let's go into our case study about Rose. And so Rose is a 58-year-old and she has $300,000 in premium she is looking to invest into her retirement. And so she has a couple of goals here, and she knows that her son is going to start college here in about 2 years, and she wants to plan around that, as well as she wants to plan on leaving the rest of her funds in deferral. And so after speaking with her advisor, Rose decides that she is going to purchase a Teton bonus 10 with the elevation plus rider attached. So she will then receive a 13% premium bonus, all for an annual spread of 1% for 10 years. And so now let's take a look at Rose's allocations. And so Rose chooses to diversify among the indexes that we offer here at SILAC, with the majority of her indexing options being in the S&P 500 and the remainder being spread across our proprietary indices. And this is not a recommendation. This is just purely an example, just to give us a realistic return for this case study. And so let's look at how her funds accumulate for 2 policy years. And so right here, you will notice that her account value in year 1 has jumped to just about, or actually jumped to $339,000 right off the bat with that premium bonus. But then we see in the first 2 years, fantastic interest credits, because Teton is an accumulation product and it's doing exactly what it is designed to do. And so at the end of year 2, her account value has grown to just over $440,000. And so now, as expected, Rose is experiencing her first liquidity need as she needs to pay for her son's college. And so how Rose is going to do this is she is going to utilize her 10% free withdrawals to cover the cost of the college tuition. So hopefully 10% of $400,000 generally should be enough to cover the majority of costs for college tuition. And so you'll notice in the first year of Rose taking her withdrawals, she'll receive just over $44,000 in that first year of taking 10% free. And note that Rose is still receiving fantastic interest credits even while taking that 10% free withdrawal. Again, because Teton is a accumulation product. And so after the 6th policy year, Rose still has just over almost $350,000 for her account value, even after taking 10% free for the past few years. And so now we're going to take a little bit of a look down the road. And during year 8, an unexpected hailstorm severely damages Rose's roof. And, you know, life happens, but good thing Rose has her Teton bonus 10 with that Elevation Plus rider, because she can use her one-time additional 10% life event withdrawal along with her 10% free withdrawal all in the same year, which would give Rose just over $82,000 in free withdrawals to pay for her new roof. And even after taking all of these withdrawals, her account value is still sitting at just over $328,000. And so now Rose finishes her term. And so after the 10 years, note that spread will no longer apply to her interest crediting. And so at the end of year 10, she has just over $401,000 in her account value, truly highlighting how liquid this product can be, as well as paired with the true kick butt accumulation of Teton. And so we'll just quickly go over a recap here of what is offered with Elevation. Again, those 10% free withdrawals beginning in year 2, 50% cumulative withdrawals if those are not taken, as well as that awesome life event withdrawal rider, all for just a spread of 50 basis points. And then paired with Elevation Plus. Elevation Plus has all of those great benefits associated with Elevation, but we also have that caregiver benefit associated with Elevation Plus, giving your spouse or the owner's spouse the availability to access the account value for those health riders, as well as we offer an additional premium bonus of 3% on a 7-year and 5% on a 10 and 14 year, even if you are not, or even if you are not going into the bonus chassis. And all of this is available on the Elevation Plus for just a spread of 1%. Again, not a fee, it's a spread, and we will never take your account value backwards. And so just want to highlight something really quickly. If you are going to be writing one of our Elevation applications, if you are on application page 2, when selecting product, please be sure to select Elevation or Elevation Plus if it is desired, or the rider will not be added to the policy. Marketing materials are available on our agent portal, as well as illustration software is available. And so if you would like to go and navigate to our agent portal, it is all there for you all to reference. And then just want to highlight our 2024 Players Circle trip really quickly here, as we will be taking a private luxury cruise down the Danube River. We will begin sailing in Passau, Germany, and will sail through cities in Austria and finally ending in Budapest. The qualification period is currently ongoing and ends on December 31st, 2023, and the minimum premium or issued premium with us required to go is $5 million. And we will set sail in summer of 2024. And then lastly, I want to go over our Inner Circle program, as we have at the beginning of this year released a new, very competitive bonus program. To enter this program, you need $2.5 million in issued premium with us. But once that is met, we will start sending you curated swag, as well as you will receive the SILAC experience. And what the SILAC experience entails is you will receive a dedicated case manager for your book of business, as well as when you call into us, your number will be recognized, moved to the front of the queue, and prioritized, as well as your business and business processing will be prioritized as well. Lastly, with the Inner Circle, we offer in-person Salt Lake City meetings where you'll be able to come meet our staff, visit our office, as well as explore the beautiful city of Salt Lake City. And with that, that's all I have for today for Teton and Teton Bonus Elevation and Elevation Plus. And so I'd just like to thank Bill and Ashley and all of you guys for joining me today for this webinar.
Yeah, that was great, Bo. Thank you. We appreciate you taking the time. And I think you touched on this, but we have consumer approved marketing material ready to go, right? That we can send out to our approved agents?
That is correct, and that's all available on our agent portal.
Okay, awesome. Good stuff. Okay, I know we got some questions in, so like I said earlier, we'll get to every single question and comment that was typed in during the presentation. So real fast, what I want to do now is shift gears again and talk about contracting, getting started with SILAC, with Levinson. It's very simple. We're going to send a thank you email out to every single attendee that was on today. You'll have it in your inbox before we wrap up tonight. And all of these instructions and links will be included. But if you can't wait for that email and you want to get started now, great. Just go to our website. And then if you hover over annuities, it's very simple. Okay, there'll be a drop-down window, all of our carriers, contracting, everything is in front of you. And the great news is SILAC does not require an app to get appointed, okay, which means you can get active with Levinson and SILAC, jump into some of that great consumer marketing material, get the word out, and then write your first app. So they are totally on board with that. So that's a big plus. Let's keep moving forward. In my opinion, right, and I think most of you agree, you can have the best product in the world and the best commissions in the world. I always say this, but if you don't have anyone to talk to, right? If you don't have the great story to tell and the great lead program or book of business that you can go reach out to, it's going to do you no good. So you have to send out these campaigns, these drips, these messages saying, hey, it's me, Bill Levinson, and I have the best FIA on the market right now, or the best MIGA on the market right now, and check out my post below, or whatever it is. You got to open doors, create sizzle. So we developed a turnkey marketing library for consumer approved material for your Facebook page, LinkedIn, email blasts, all the above, and it's 100% complimentary. We have it by carrier, and then of course Levinson created our own in-house pieces and videos as well. Some of this stuff we can even co-brand at no charge for you. Okay, another great tool, by the way, is Agency Automator. Why? Because you have a list of millions and millions of prospects, And you can go in and say, hey, I want to do a search for a household combined income of over $100,000 with people turning age 65, whatever it is. The system will give you names, numbers, emails, and addresses of those prospects. So then you market to them by picking one of our campaigns, and you're done. You're off to the races. And if you get 5% that reply and say, tell me more, that's a win. Okay, it's 50 new clients, new leads, okay, for basically free. It's peanuts. So you got to start thinking like that. I call it scrappy, call it whatever you want, but you got to get the word out and create sizzle. Let's keep moving along. What we did here, and I encourage all of you to do this as well. I can't stand when I hear these excuses. Oh, Bill, I want to get involved with annuities, but I have no one to speak to, and I don't know how to open doors, and I never heard of Facebook, and BS, okay? Everything is there at your fingertips. All the tools and resources. We offer assistance here. I said it now 3-4 times. You can literally go on your phone or tablet tonight, do it after the webinar, and just go in Facebook, go in Instagram, put in indexed annuities, okay? And there's an option. You can put top performing posts. There's usually a recent button or top performing button, meaning most likes and comments. And check out what the competition is doing. And when you see 34 comments, right, and 152 likes, they're doing something right, okay? Even if you get one comment and 30 likes, it's okay, because that's 30 people that saw your post and said, wow, Bill, I find this interesting. Thank you. And then you can go reach out to those people through DM, direct message. So there's so many ways when you have that scrappy mindset. And these are 2 examples. I always say you don't have to reinvent the wheel, just change a few spokes. Check these out. Top left corner. These are brand new. We just found these this morning because we wanted to share how simple this is. So top left corner, this one performed great. It had like 200 comments, and it's so easy. Just check it out. Top corner, 38% of U.S. households have protected lifetime income in the form of an annuity or a pension. Now look at this number, leaving 63 million households without protection, meaning, hello, Mr. or Mrs. Agent, look at how big the bucket is out there in the U.S. that you should be going after and getting the word out. Look at that number, 62% of households in the United States of America do not have any type of protection in an income or a pension, annuity or a pension for income. So no brainer, bottom left corner, very simple. Life insurance, left side, annuity, right side. What's the difference? Remember, we're in the 4 walls. We get the lingo. Most consumers have no clue. So this is just a little 101, right? That opens doors. Okay, right-hand side. How does taking money from my annuity or life insurance policy affect my Social Security? This is more like a 411 update, like, did you know? Okay, 34 people loved it. That's a great sign. You're on the right track. Now, I would do something like this every week to your existing book of business, your database, your friends, neighbors, network, all the above, right? Because when the word annuity comes up, you want everyone to remember, oh, I need to reach out to Bill Levinson, the crazy lunatic that emails me every week, that's posting on YouTube and Facebook every week. That's it. It's not difficult. It does take time and effort, okay? But it's a matter of time before you turn the corner and start making new sales and get leads from this. I'm almost done here, by the way. I know I'm about a minute off. Future trainings, Agency Automator, that's what I was just talking about. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, these are live webinars with Kevin, our programmer, and they're open forums, not like this. So you hear other agents asking questions, getting answers. It's a great learning tool for Agency Automator Life and Annuity version. Below in blue, that's our live weekly training webinars. And I'm telling you right now, I'm most excited about what's to come. These 4 webinars are amazing. Here's why. The first one, everything you need to know about premium finance in 2023. Everyone thinks, oh, rates are skyrocketing, money's expensive now, premium finance doesn't work, BS. We have some great alternatives now, okay? And they don't even take a piece of your commissions. you're 100% agent of record. Just under that, Banner Life launching on Insure Me Now Direct a couple weeks away. That is insane. Dream come true, pie in the sky, call it whatever you want. That is term up to 2 million, instant decision, standard or better, and you could be sleeping. Your client can do this at 2 a.m. while you're in your fourth dream. It's going to be amazing, game changer, and Banner's great rates. Okay, and they're number one in the term space, period. Just under that, another biggie, Joe Ross, my favorite keynote speaker in the insurance space, period, is back on the 23rd of this month. Okay, it's going to be huge. We're going to be talking and approaching business owners with some great material and training. You're going to love that webinar. And then on the bottom, this is the first time ever we're doing a live Annuity 101 sales class. We're going to hold your hand for 60 minutes. Okay, we have YouTube videos now on our YouTube channel, but this is going to be live on a webinar platform hosted by us in-house at Levinson. You're going to love this. And then, of course, we're going to have a part 2 and probably even a part 3 soon to come after the initial part 1 launch. Let's keep moving along real fast. This is a big one. Last slide of the day, question of the day. So my favorite time of the hour. Real fast, Positive Tuesday quote. You are literally 1 minute, one relationship, one decision, and or one opportunity away from having the kind of success you only dreamed about. Okay? I don't know about you, but I'm never giving up. I'm going to keep my foot on the gas. I'm going to try new things, new techniques. I'm going to be on these webinars. I'm going to write down these nuggets. I'm going to try a new social media post. I'm going to send a new e-blast because I know if one like or comment replies, okay, that's one more like than I had the day before. And that one like could lead to a new sale that could change my year, that could be an introduction to another new policy or referral that is my record policy sold ever in history. And that's how it works, right? We know that. With that said, my question of the day, I hope you were paying attention because this one is a little tricky, but it was in the slides. Here's the question. Whoever answers first wins. Get your little fingers on the keyboard. Question is, what is the maximum liquidity percentage on the new Teton Elevation product in year 5? It's a big number, folks. I'll give you a hint. What is the maximum liquidity percentage on the new Teton Elevation product in year 5? You tell me the percentage, you win the Stonewood IUL presentation system software for free. Over $2,000 of value. You get a free seat in the software. Tell me the number, you win. Andrew, do we have a winner? First incorrect?
Hey, first correct is Joyce C. Joyce C.
Joyce, congratulations. 60% liquidity in year 5. Joyce, congrats. Let's all have a great day, a great weekend. Most important, maximize these nuggets, okay? Don't be afraid of bringing up annuities. We're here to help. Okay, I know if you've never done this before, it could be a little intimidating. We're here to hold your hand. If you're a pro, you're a veteran, that's all you sell are annuities. Good for you, okay? Use our new technology and resources, and you're going to be even a bigger and better superstar coming into 24 and wrapping up 23. Great selling. Thanks again, everyone. Take care.